Hello, everyone. Welcome into Post-Show Headlines, the Birds post-game presser edition after your Philadelphia Eagles won their third game of the season in as many chances. Johnny, they're 3-0.
It's improbable the way that they won yesterday. We talked about it at the beginning of the show today. I think it's the craziest Eagles game, weirdest game I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, the first half was as bad as I've ever seen it.
It was so bad.
The second half was literally amazing. It was absolutely outstanding. After they fell behind 26-7, this team, they just keep doing things.
Yep, and right there is where we'll start with first down. The second half and how much different it looked for the Philadelphia Eagles. There was a moment that you saw the lip reading. Go ahead. What did Jalen Hurts say again? You quoted it.
This is how we run it.
And that was
as
pointed.
He points directly at his offensive coordinator, pointing a finger at him, saying, this is how we run it. You don't have to be a lip reader. You can see him say it.
Yep.
In other words, he is not going to go through another Brian Johnson situation.
Right.
Jalen Hurts is now a Super Bowl champion, and he is not going to go through another learning on the job, 2 creams, 1 sugar, Brian Johnson, screwing up his chances to win. Jalen Hurts, we saw him yesterday. He took charge, and he said, this is how we run it. And then, after the game, A.J. Brown, Jordan Mailata, Saquon Barkley, and Jalen all had messages that backed that message up.
Absolutely.
And look, they didn't throw Patullo under the bus.
No.
But they just said, literally, this is what we need to do. I think this was last year's offensive line meeting that went on behind closed doors during the bye week that we found out about down the road. I think this was just a much more public one.
Yeah.
Because Jalen literally, he didn't dress down Patullo, but he literally showed him who was boss. And meekly, Kevin Patullo went about his business after that.
And look, this is another step in the development for Jalen Hurts. That's our sort of down one topic. It's another step forward. You've brought this up numerous times, since our year together on the show, that when Brady and I'm not saying Jalen Hurts is Tom Brady, but when Brady and the Patriots won their first couple Super Bowls,
their first 2,
it was the defense.
Correct.
And Tom Brady was a game manager. But then Tom Brady became this otherworldly quarterback. And he ran the offense. He had a lot of say on what the offense was.
Correct.
You saw that yesterday in the second half, that moment where Jalen Hurts is almost directing to his offensive coordinator because Hurts has dealt with so many. Much like Belichick and his coaching tree constantly getting poached, Sirianni's coaching tree or coordinators are constantly getting poached. So there's going to have to come a time, if the Eagles want to continue to be successful, where Hurts has to have that moment and say, you know what? Screw it. This is my offense. Instead of the next offensive coordinator's offense, it's my offense. We saw that yesterday.
I loved it, and I think Jalen didn't do it in a way that people were like, okay, this is the big flare-up on the sidelines. He's direct.
Yeah, it wasn't Liam Cohen and Trevor Lawrence
Correct.
Last week. It was just on the sideline, the two of them talking. All right, what's our second down topic?
Second down. 3 games into the season, I need Andrew to tell me what is more likely to be cruising by the end of October. The Eagles offense or the Eagles defense? By the end of October, so when we're through the second Giant game, ends October. You're 8 games in. What unit is more likely to be on cruise control where we're saying, wow, they're hitting on all cylinders? Because right now we've seen bumpy a bit from both of them.
Sure.
Bumpy first halves from the defense. The second halves have been exceptional. Bumpy offense at times, and then they turn it on.
I'll go defense. My reasoning, it's kind of just like last year. I saw it. I lived it. I saw Vic Fangio get a month's worth of data and information for himself to be able to say who are the right players to be playing on the field on a given snap or situationally, like the addition of Zadarius Smith. We didn't hear his name mentioned as much yesterday, but
I didn't really even notice him.
Yeah, but it's a key addition. Jalix Hunt, I heard his name mentioned for the first time pretty much all season yesterday. So some of these players are going to be put into better positions, which Sirianni always talks about, how that starts with coaching. Vic Fangio is one of the best at it. So I think the defense will find its form. And look, yesterday, again, first half, the Eagles were going 3 and out almost every single possession to start the first half. And that's going to make things difficult for the defense. So it may have been dumpy. It may have been bumpy for the defense.
It was dumpy too.
It was, but a lot of that has to do with the marriage of what the offense was doing. Once the offense starts getting that ground game working, that's just going to make the defense even better, man.
ESPN stats and information, stolen stat. Didn't do it myself, but then I went back and was checking. 6 possessions, the Rams scored points. In those 6 possessions, the Eagles had 6 possessions. The Eagles had 2 first downs.
Yeah.
If anyone tells you the other team's going to score on 6 possessions and your team's going to get 2 first downs in 6 possessions, you never expect to win that
You're
football
supposed to lose that football game.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they did.
All
which
right.
is awesome.
Topic number 3.
Yes.
More so a fandom question. So I
Okay.
apologize.
Okay. We like fandom.
Do we sometimes realize, going right back to this point, the marriage between the offense and the defense? I think people forget it. So I put out a tweet yesterday after the Zach Bond interception and how, this is one of the better eras of Eagles defense, right?
Oh, it is.
You have your buddy.
No, it is.
You have
this is better.
80s.
This is better.
You have this one.
Yes,
You have
this
early
is better.
2000s.
Yes.
This is one of the better generations or better
Yes.
eras of the Eagles franchise when it comes to defense. And then they give up a couple of touchdowns or a touchdown, a couple of field goals. And some guy comes after me on social media, this tweet's aging like milk on a summer day. And I just responded with, has the offense given them any help?
Seriously, what's going on?
Do we realize that sometimes the offense and the defense have to be a good marriage? Last year, it was the perfect marriage. You could control the clock, and then you just let the big boys eat on defense. You're winning games. They could pin their ears back and attack. By the way, Vic Fangio's style of defense is not blitz. It's have your front 4 get after it, but everybody drops back because you want to give the big play. Do we realize that sometimes?
I don't think fans do. I think I do. I'm going to give myself credit for that. And believe me, I have my own fan errors.
Sure.
Errors
We
that
all
I
do,
make
yeah.
as a fan. That's not one that I make. Because what I look at yesterday is say, what the hell did the offense do to help the defense?
Right.
They did nothing. As I
Yeah.
said, the 2 first downs in 6 possessions.
That's
That's pathetic. But more importantly, where did the Rams start their drives? Where did the Eagles start
Right.
their drives? With 5 muffed kickoffs, the Eagles are starting at their own 9, their own 18. They were messing themselves up, which
Nuts.
limits their playbook, which then also means when they're punting away, here come the Rams starting on their own 42, their own 38, their
Yeah.
own 45. It's ridiculous. So
The fact that the Eagles
defense
held
is-
them to so many field goals is actually part of the reason why it was so impressive yesterday.
and honestly, the fact that Sean McVay's sphincter got so tight yesterday,
Crazy.
that's a testament to the Eagles.
Yep.
That's a testament to the Eagles defense.
That 4th and
So
2
there
at
you go.
midfield, not going for it's nuts. All right, what's our 4th down topic?
Okay, who has been the Eagles MVP so far this season? I have one name and one name only.
I'm going to guess what your name is. Your name is going to be Jordan Davis.
My name is Jordan Davis.
I knew it.
Because Jordan Davis in the Dallas game, I believe, was the MVP because he had to play Jalen Carter's role
Yeah.
when Jalen Carter got kicked out of the game before snap number 1 was taken. And Jordan Davis was a beast again yesterday.
Yeah.
To
And he was
me-
good against Kansas City.
He was good against Kansas City. I thought the first half yesterday, though, I thought he was a bit shaky in the run defense. And so I'm giving him a lot of credit because he really turned it on. But I thought the run defense,
I think they were ready for Stafford to throw all over the field. And they came out running the ball heavy.
They did.
Everybody thought Adoree Jackson, they're going to attack him. Everybody thought it.
But I think Jordan Davis is the MVP through 3 games for the Eagles. And I don't think you can give me another name that deserves to even be in the conversation.
I think Jalen should be in the conversation. His efficiency in week 1, which we celebrated.
Okay, his efficiency was very good. Go on.
Week 2 is okay, right?
Okay.
How much was that Patullo? But
Okay.
just like you said, Jordan Davis, okay.
Correct.
And then yesterday, that second half,
Was-
look, he took over.
No, he
That was the
did take over.
Jalen show
No,
in the
he did
second
take
half.
over.
So
He did take over.
I think it's Jalen and Jordan are your 2 guys compete. If you did your Parks or FanDuel or whatever, and you did the odds, they would be 1 and 2 right now.
It's so much fun to watch. This Eagles team, I don't think we talk about it enough. How young they are.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking about with Birdie Perron passing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking about how big it was for me to watch the Flyers in fourth grade and fifth grade and sixth grade and to be
Just
good,
be amazing.
to be like little as a little kid. I'm thinking of the fourth grade, fifth grade, sixth grade, seventh grade Eagles fan, right? That this team could be good for years.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we've never had this team in this city. I don't think in any sport.
It was great.
Oh my gosh.
All right,
So
fifth down, just bet reaction.
Yes.
I forget what some of your bets were.
Well,
you gave them all. I thought the Eagles were going to lose. So
I did not. But let's not pat myself on the back. Double jointed.
Yeah, things happen.
It took Jordan Davis scoring for me to win both my bets.
For your cover. That's right. Yeah, for the cover and the over, right?
The cover and the over.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to pat myself on the back,
It's
even though
betting,
I do believe if, and this is a big if, but I truly believe it. If Fred Johnson was inserted in that game immediately instead of Matt Pryor, I think it's immediately. I don't think any of that game happened. I think the Eagles win that game by 14.
Maybe.
I don't think that game goes the way it
Pryor
does.
was so bad.
Pryor was terrible. I believe they were trying to give him an opportunity on merit, but Big Fred, and I said it on the air today, and I'll say it again. Hey, Fred, you end up in Jamaica with us. We were in there the same week last year. All those drinks, they're on me. It's an all-inclusive.
Yeah. Remember last week you asked me, or we had one of our listeners sending questions, podcast you want to do it with an Eagles player with. My answer was Fred Johnson.
Yeah, you did. You said it'd be good.
Backup. I didn't realize he was the third string tackle, but he's raised up now.
How about this? He did not have, and Jordan Mailata said, did not have a snap at right tackle last week.
Amazing.
Then a listener sends me a thing, goes, he hadn't had a snap at right tackle. He had not had a snap at right tackle. So that's scary as hell.
Yeah, he just goes out there and he
Fred
plays
Johnson
well.
shows up. What does it tell you if you're Pryor?
Yeah.
Judge Smales said the world needs ditch diggers too.
Oh, he'll be on the team.
I'm just saying.
He'll be on the team, just special teams only.
Yeah, special teams.
All right, we'll be back at it tomorrow. Normal post-show headlines tomorrow. We got a busy week, man. We got listeners sending questions.
They said it's Florida
week. Phil's Marlins, Eagles, Bucks. Just like it was KC week, just like it was LA week. So we'll have more fun with that as this week continues. Back on the air tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Everybody have a great rest of your day. Talk to you tomorrow.
What's up, everybody? It's Bill Colarulo from Unfiltered with Ricky Bo and Bill Colarulo. Thanks for watching. Make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel because we post a ton of content. It's not just what you hear on air. We're posting content all day long. We do some things before the show, after the show, even stuff during the show. So subscribe, like, do whatever you got to do. We got all this content coming to you every single day.